So he was a snitch.
The very first person on Jaguar Wright list is none other than Beyonce, and she's been calling her out for years.
All right, my man, it's a lot of people saying Diddy was a snitch once upon a time. So I'm thinking he knew he wasn't going to get in trouble because he's on both sides. He's straddling the fence. He's on both sides. So if you don't cooperate with me, I got this dirt on you. And if you're doing wrong, I'm just going to feed the police, the po-po, a little bit of information every now and then. What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Yeah. Check it out. Hey, Jody, what's up, Jody? Is that good enough for you? Shout out to Jody, man. That's one of the people, one of my new people I'm training that's working with me and everything, and she's doing such a fantastic job. And she asked me, well, how many hours you expect me to work? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. I want to be the best boss in the world, man. Let me see. 14 hours a day. Is that good? You think that's fair? Anyway, check it out, man. Beyonce Jay-Z hidden daughter breaks silence. That's the name of this video, but they put all the videos on one strand, so to speak. So we're checking it out, man. We checking it out one at a time. This one got Jaguar Wright in there. I don't have my Jaguar Wright t-shirts down here. I cleaned up the studio for a change, y'all. That's right. Uncle Mike could do some cleaning. A little teeny bit. Just a little teeny bit. All right. Y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy. Yeah.
Jaguar Wright is blasting every woman who ever linked up with Diddy, and the dirt is wild. Word is spilling that Diddy was secretly working as an FBI informant. And now every star who ever stood next to him is rushing for the exit. J-Lo.
My bad. Caught me when I was drinking. I seen the two female gatekeepers. Yeah, I see two female gatekeepers. I'm just want to let y'all know that. That's all.
Wild. Word is spilling that Diddy was secretly working as an FBI informant. And now every star who ever stood next to him is rushing for the exit. J-Lo, Oprah, Ellen, some of Hollywood's biggest names are suddenly quiet, shutting off the cameras, locking down their PR teams, and figuring out how to vanish before the storm hits. From Oprah to Jennifer Lopez, everyone's scrambling after Jaguar started throwing out A-list names and even hinting about Ali working with investigators. The walls are closing in, and we're about to break down every name, every clip, and what could come crashing down next.
At every room in Diddy's mansions were wired with cameras. And he had some of the footage, he had some of the pictures, and he displayed those in the lawsuit that came out. And this was used for blackmail material. They bring in these people. A lot of these people were also aspiring young artists in the music industry.
Here it is, y'all.
These parties were sponsored by Motown Records CEO, Universal Records CEO. This goes all the way to the top. And so you get these people in compromising situations. The drinks were laced. The videotapes were hot. And then at the end of the day, you wake up the next morning, what did I do? And then they have compromising material on you. And then they can guide your career. They could kill your career, but they got you. And it wasn't just people in the music business. As you said, there were athletes, there were celebrities, there were politicians, people from the royal family. And we were also told by the former bodyguard that Diddy was an FBI informant. So he was a snitch.
The very first person on Jaguar Wright list is none other than Beyonce, and she's been calling her out for years.
All right, my man, it's a lot of people saying Diddy was a snitch once upon a time. So I'm thinking he knew he wasn't going to get in trouble because he's on both sides. He's straddling the fence. He's on both sides. So if you don't cooperate with me, I got this dirt on you. And if you're doing wrong, I'm just going to feed the police, the po-po, a little bit of information every now and then. That could be possible. Then the feds was like, well, you ain't feeding us enough information, Diddy. All you doing is staying high. and we got a lot of dirt on you, so we got to pick you up. What? No, don't. No, I'm on your side, bruh. That's why he think he getting out.
FBI informant.
Well,
so he was a snitch.
The very first person on Jaguar Wright list is none other than Beyonce, and she's been calling her out for years. Jaguar says she's been warning folks about Queen Bey forever, claiming Beyonce didn't just sit back while Jay-Z and Diddy threw their twisted parties. She was part of it.
Damn.
Beyonce, just as evil in your opinion? Has she done things you know of? Is it more Jay-Z in your mind? What is the...
I know a lot of things that shameless hat has done.
Ouch.
But her greatest sin is vanity.
Oh.
And I'm going to say this about you now, baby.
Oh.
Everybody who knows you are dumb as a sack of hair. Truth is, if it wasn't for your singing and your dancing, you would have never been anything more than a shampoo girl in your mother's shop. You ain't got the common sense of a damn dog.
But that's
what
not criminal.
Huh?
Not criminal. Is there?
No. I'm going to get you there.
Oh, I see. She's just too dumb to know what she's in for.
No, she's just dumb enough to be down with whatever's going on.
Okay.
She's probably one of the most least empathetic people I've ever met in my life.
She wasn't just in the room.
Ouch. Ouch, Jag. Man, get out of here. Jag, good gracious. I don't know the girl. I ain't never been to one of her concerts. I ain't never watched any of her interviews. Y'all send me a link or something to Beyonce's interview. I need to hear her talk and stuff, man. Is she that bad, y'all? Y'all think? She can only dance and sing. That's it. All the pretty lady, all the pretty, put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. Up in the club, put your hands up. Something like that, right?
Jaguar says Beyonce stood right beside Jay-Z at Diddy's wild events. And one victim even claimed Beyonce was watching the madness unfold. Instead of exposing Jay-Z's crimes, Jaguar alleges Beyonce teamed up with him and Diddy to cover it all up, and even cashed in on the blackmail. And ever since that marriage to Jay-Z, the Grammys just keep piling up for Beyonce. Almost like the industry's been rewarding her every step of the way.
Platforms. The reality of the modern world is that pretty much everyone has a platform as long as they have something to say that other people want to hear. That's why we invited her on to be interviewed. The people making these claims have an audience with or without shows like mine. Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z.
Another shocking name tied to Diddy and to disturbing abuse rumors is supermodel Naomi Campbell. For over 20 years, Naomi has been linked to Diddy, working closely with him through all the chaos. And here's where it gets even darker. This connection came after she was already investigated for hanging around infamous predators like Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. The web of names just keeps getting messier.
Most people, especially this awful son, wanted me to be in jail. And I'm not saying what my behavior was correct. I think that everyone during this period of Terminal 5 madness was upset and irate. And I guess I just took it to...
Not aware of Epstein activities. Did you know who he was?
Yes, I knew him. I was introduced to him on my 31st birthday by my ex-boyfriend, Flavia.
To make things even crazier, back in 1998, Naomi Campbell was actually convicted, found guilty of beating her own assistant and even choking her during a wild fit of rage. And that wasn't the end of it. Since then, she's racked up around 10 more charges in cases where she allegedly attacked the very people working for her, and even spat on police officers when they tried to step in. Her violent streak kicked off right around the same time she started hanging with Diddy, and just like him, she somehow never saw the inside of a jail cell. Almost a year before the feds raided Diddy's house, Naomi was back in court again, this time accused of scratching a photographer's eye. The punishment? Just a 6-month suspended sentence.
We all know Naomi has a temper.
Today, the 45-year-old supermodel was found guilty in a Sicilian court for assaulting a photographer. She was given a 6-month suspended prison term, so she escapes the dreaded orange jumpsuit.
If you thought Naomi's drama was wild, wait until you hear what Demi Moore was caught on film doing. A longtime friend of Diddy, Demi is now under fire after an old clip resurfaced, showing her kissing her former General Hospital co-star, Philip Tanzini, when he was only 14 years old back in 1982. The video, reportedly filmed during Philip's 14th birthday party, shows Demi holding him close, kissing him multiple times, and even saying on camera, "I love Philip. He's one of my most favorite people." The clip has people shocked all over again, because what looked playful decades ago now raises some very serious questions.
I think everybody's coming out. I don't know. Maybe just because I love them all and I hope they all love me.
We do love him.
And I love them.
You think it's for the publicity, you're out of your mind.
Absolutely, because he's one of my most favorite people.
I wonder how old she was then. I mean, it's no excuse. It's no excuse. I'm trying to give her one, y'all. Well, you know, you're young and dumb, and you trying to give the camera something or the people to promote something, you know, and you know that little boy is having a field day kissing you because you beautiful and you're an older woman. Any little boy, that's their fantasy or dream. But does it make it right? No, it's not right. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be more the adult. Shame on you. God, to be more careful.
You think it's for the publicity, you're out of your mind.
Absolutely, because he's one of my most favorite people.
How long have you been working on the show?
Almost a month and a half.
What's your role?
I'm Luke's new love.
I'm Philip Tanzini and I play Jeremy and you're stealing my part.
We're moving on to interview number 2 here.
Oh, okay.
Because I love Philip and he's the only one I love.
Do your interview already.
All right.
Ashton Kutcher, in love with Mila Kunis on that 70s show. Then they break up for absolutely no reason after he starts hanging out with Diddy. Then he marries Demi Moore, who drained him of all the adrenochrome she can, and apparently he replenished himself by doing inappropriate things with her daughters. I'm glad. I'm sure you're glad.
The most heartbreaking part of Demi Moore's story is what she went through as a teenager. At just 15, she revealed in her memoir that she suffered from neglect and exploitation at the hands of her own mother. Demi explained that her mom would sometimes take her to bars, exposing her to situations no child should ever be placed in. She recalled one incident that left her devastated, learning later that her mother had knowingly allowed it to happen. Demi said she has carried the weight of that betrayal for years. It's a painful chapter of her past that shaped her life and still shocks people today.
Out of Demi Moore, she revealed in her memoir that she was sexually assaulted at the age of 15, writing that her mother let the accuser in their home. Well, today, Demi talked to Howard Stern more about this on his Sirius XM radio show.
But you say you pushed it away. You don't. You just
I
recently.
pushed it away because I felt like it was my fault. Like I felt like I had behaved in a way that was
provocative
and mature. Like I really knew a lot, and I never really looked at myself as being a kid, and so I never looked at it as. I mean, I saw it as an unfortunate and, you know,
Yet he forced you into this.
I was very embarrassed by it. In all honesty, I think that the shame I carried because of the rape made me afraid to feel I could comfortably express myself sexually.
it makes me just remember the conversation that I had with her where she talked about the purpose of her writing this book was to share her story in hopes that it would empower other young women. She did talk about a lot of other things to Howard Stern. She said she auditioned for Top Gun, obviously didn't get the...
Out of all the big names linked to Diddy, Ellen stands out as one of the few who actually fled the U.S. In 2024, right after federal agents raided Diddy's Miami mansion, Ellen suddenly announced she was leaving the country for good. The timing was way too perfect, lining up almost exactly with Diddy's arrest. And fans quickly noticed another twist. Ellen, who had been blonde her entire career, suddenly switched up her look, dyed her hair a new color, and jetted off to England to start fresh.
Losing their mind.
She sounded so sincere, didn't she?
Very
she could
sincere.
Virtually choke on her words. But the best one for me is Ellen DeGeneres, who is, by the way, a very nasty person. I've had dealings with her in Australia. Could I tell you some stories about that cow? But anyway, good riddance to her. But she was quite friendly with that P. Diddy bloke, wasn't she?
Well, this is why I say release the Diddy files.
Yeah.
Files. Come on, Donald Trump. We want to know whose name.
So maybe she's hightailing out of there before all that is thrown at her as well. But what a bunch of hypocrites.
DeGeneres and her wife, Portia de Rossi, have reportedly fled the US, bound for the UK, after Donald Trump's landslide victory. Numerous publications are reporting the couple have left the United States permanently. There are also reports the couple have put their Montecito mansion on the market. Entertainment publication The Wrap has the exclusive story and said Ellen DeGeneres and wife Portia de Rossi have moved to rural England, put their Montecito estate on the market, and plan to never return to the United States, telling friends the election of Donald Trump was their primary motivation. Ellen DeGeneres has been a vocal Trump critic, so the move doesn't come as a surprise to most.
What's even wilder is that now that Diddy is about to walk free, Ellen is suddenly trying to stage a comeback. The same star who swore she was done with the U.S. forever when Diddy got locked up is now changing her tune. With Diddy recently declared not guilty, Ellen's already hinting at stepping back into the spotlight like nothing ever happened.
On P. Diddy Combs' mom, Janice, waving to the crowd, his children breaking into smiles as they leave the federal courthouse in downtown Manhattan after the stunning verdict. Shouts of congratulations fill the air as they climb into a waiting van.
Congratulations, Mama Cole! One star working overtime to distance herself from Diddy is Oprah. Her ties to Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, and Diddy have been whispered about for years, and it's no secret she was close with all three. In fact, there are even photos of Oprah kissing Harvey. But the second Harvey's dark secrets were exposed, Oprah switched up fast, acting like she barely even knew him. The sudden change has fans calling out the double standards loud and clear.
I'm not, I don't follow their brand of politics, I guess.
But if you can't think for yourself, then you're not really free, are you?
No, you're not. You're not. But I've been excluded. I've been excluded on Oprah.
On Oprah?
On Oprah, yeah. I've been excluded. Yeah, man.
I would think you'd be the person Oprah would want to promote. I mean, you grew up in South Central. You were successful at a young age. You have dignity. You say what you think. I thought that was the goal.
Me too. I don't know what it is, but, several of my, I had a movie called Barbershop.
I remember
that I wasn't invited to participate with the cast. I produced a show called Black White, and it was a very controversial show. And once again, they had the whole cast on, but I wasn't invited, and so I don't know.
On Oprah's show.
Yeah, so I don't know what that's.
But Oprah's obviously a saintly, godlike figure who's revered by all decent people. Why would she exclude you?
I really don't know. That's something that I would love to find out. But I can't tell you, there's a single thing that I've done or said to her.
Have you noticed that it is more controversial to criticize Oprah than to burn the American flag?
Really?
Seems that way. I've never heard anybody criticize Oprah.
Was running with Oprah and them. He was running with that whole crew. Weinstein, Oprah, Epstein. He was running with that whole crew. They want to know how we're going to do it, how the public is going to take him. Is the public going to let him back in? And the public is not. The public is already canceling him. I don't believe the industry has canceled him yet. All those people who went to those Diddy parties, not one of them had came out and denounced what he has done. I haven't heard one of them. I have not heard one person denounce, well, man, let God handle it. Get the hell out of here. Get out of here with that. If that was your daughter, would you let God handle it? All those people, they ain't denounced him. They ain't definitely, they can't come forward and say, yo, I support them. Cause it would mess up their brand. It would mess up their brand. Jay-Z, we the only one could call each other Sean. Jay is the only one could call me Sean. I'm the only one could call him Sean. Get the hell out of here.
Get out of here.
If that ain't no fun boy stuff.
Oh, wow.
But you ain't had not one person, brother, not one person sit there, denounce what he did, or come forward and say, I support him.
Is it really just a coincidence that Oprah always seems linked to people who later end up in major abuse scandals? Yet she always claims she's completely against those crimes? Fans aren't buying it. It doesn't take much to see the pattern. Every time a huge case blows up, Oprah's name is floating nearby. Somehow, she was either friends with them, worked with them, or kept close ties before suddenly switching sides.
Epstein, P. Diddy, what do you think is going to happen with all that now?
I knew a lot of people who knew Jeffrey Epstein, like a lot. I never met Jeffrey Epstein, thank God. I certainly knew a lot of people who knew him, and like a lot, like more than 10. Jeffrey Epstein was not considered like some far out sinister figure in the world that I lived in. I mean, I'm just being totally honest about this. He was like this kind of interesting guy who had, had this kind of rotating salon at his house off Fifth Avenue in New York, and there was always the Israeli prime minister and former presidents and like just interesting people, I did not understand what that was about at all. And so when he died, I was like, oh, poor guy, off in prison. And then I got a call from his brother just randomly, and his brother said, he did not commit suicide. Was really shocked by that, and I thought maybe his brother's crazy. So this set off a multi-year journey for me that really changed my views about a lot of different things. And the bottom line is Jeffrey Epstein was, and not only murdered, but he was murdered in the most secure federal lockup in Midtown Manhattan in the country. And so what is that? Think about that for a minute.
3 days after Oprah publicly supported victims of sexual assault in the wake of numerous allegations against Harvey Weinstein, singer Seal Instagrammed this meme, showing Winfrey kissing the disgraced mogul. It reads, when you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution.
The person tied closest to Diddy, and even connected to a police investigation with him, is none other than J-Lo. She and Diddy were inseparable back in the late 90s. Dating for nearly 3 years. But in 1999, J-Lo found herself right in the middle of one of Diddy's darkest scandals. A nightclub incident that left one person dead and another badly injured. The case was splashed all over the press at the time. While J-Lo avoided charges, Diddy ended up under heavy legal fire over the event.
He was afraid that maybe one day they would open the case and she still has the bullet fragments in her face like J-Lo has said nothing. Nothing. You really thought that just running off and marrying Ben Affleck was going to take you out of the Diddy downfall? But it saved her the first time though, didn't it? Because as soon as that club was over and as soon as they finished interrogating her, when she sat there and cried like a baby, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. Benny Medina put her with that drunk white boy until she ran him off. Like, there are people sitting here screaming out at the toll that the atrocities that Sean Combs has done to their lives, and you're trying to avoid your part in the story or the fact that you never spoke up you know, you want to tell people on the low and put it out there that the movie was about you getting away from Puffy, but you didn't think about the trail of girls that you left behind.
Suge Knight, the infamous former boss of Death Row Records, is making some bold claims of his own. He's hinting that Diddy might not have been the untouchable mogul everyone believed. According to Suge, Diddy allegedly had some kind of secret arrangement with federal authorities, and that could be the real reason he kept dodging serious charges for so long.
Prison. And if you do, it'll be for something very, very small. It wouldn't be nothing what the people think. I don't think he's going to go nowhere long. And at the same time, you got to look at it. The best witness they had is KPD. KPD been an informant for a very, very long time. And KPD is getting ready to go to trial for the murder of Tupac. KPD said it, everybody else know it. And KPD says the money came from Puffy, the Tupac, and myself. So if they really wanted Puffy that bad, KPD would have put a deal with them, got on that stand, and broke it down. That'd have been the Rico right there. That'd have been higher.
Man, to the next, and I got a lot of respect for you, Suge. I got so much respect for you, bro, because when this East Coast, West Coast walk could have been shut down, Pac was living, Big was living, Eric B, Big D, y'all set up there and y'all was gonna set up a meeting. Everybody who had something to do with it was supposed to show up. And Puff refused to. You didn't, brother. You wanted this to be over with. Even though you didn't with Puff, y'all wasn't dealing with each other no more. I remember when you and Pac was in the car behind the House of Blues. You was in the red Rolls Royce, Pac was in the white. I was in the car when Puff rolled up on you and said, yo, Suge, we got any problems down here? And you said, bro, I don't know any problems you got. That was even after Jake was. You said, brother, I don't know any problems you got.
So what do you think? How deep does this rabbit hole go? And who's the next big name that could get exposed? The list just keeps growing. And the next bombshell might be the one Hollywood can't cover up anymore. Drop your thoughts down in the comments, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this video because you don't want to miss what Jaguar might reveal next. See you on the next one. Moving on.
Oh my God, man. I know one thing. Hey, Jaguar B, I like the way she projects what she is saying and the feelings that she put into it, man. I don't know no Jay-Z like that or Beyonce, but apparently she definitely has some dealings with both of them. And she said she didn't like it. You know, if you're doing bad or wrong, oh my God, I'm not. Oh, I just can't do it, man. I can't do wrong to people, man. I'm sorry, man. I'd rather work construction and dig holes and get them eczema sizes all up in me. You know, I can't. I'm allergic to jail for one thing, baby. So I try to show love to everybody, even my haters. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.